Ollie's phone rang, just unpleasantly early in the morning. Ollie, get up! There's an attack! There's an attack right there on Charles Street. I said, "What? What's going on?" There's some sort of fire demon. I don't know. That's attacking Charles Street. It's burning up cars and doing all kinds of stuff. I've never seen anything like it before. Okay, hold on a second. Ugh. So I took the phone to the window. His apartment faces out onto Charles Street. So he looked over. And sure enough, right there on the block just south of his, there was a big, well, not big, like regular person-sized, but a flaming monster of some kind. And it was shooting fireballs and doing all kinds of things like that. And it was cackling. You could hear it all the way from across the block where he was. Well, I turned back the phone. Okay, so, all right, I see the fire demon. And it just sort of appeared. I said, no, not at all, actually. I was there when it, manifested, I guess. It was at the grocery store there. And there's this guy in line. Just getting, like, regular early morning breakfast stuff, I guess. And something went wrong with the transaction. He started getting angry. And all of a sudden this weird, I guess it's hard to describe it, but a black light, like a darkness sort of shined over him. And he just, like, burst into flame. And all of a sudden he was this horrible fire demon thing. I don't quite know what it all was. But he blew out the windows to the grocery store, and he's just been, like, trashing that block. It happened, like, that whatever it is that turned him into this thing happened, like, just a few minutes ago. Like, I called you as soon as I got clear. Well, I said, okay, that it doesn't make sense exactly, but, okay, let me think about it for a second. Yeah, all right, I've got something I can try. See if you can get him to stay put. And I hung up. The guy that called him, see if I can get him to stay put. What does that even mean? Meanwhile, Ollie grabbed a couple of things from his apartment. Well, actually, one from his apartment. Well, two from his apartment. And one from the hallway. And made his way downstairs. He had called ahead and asked the coffee shop he likes to set out a cup of coffee for him. And they had eagerly agreed to do so. So he stopped there across the street, pounded down his coffee, shook his head, and said, all right, off to work. When he got around the corner, a minute later, no less than a minute, like 30 seconds later, he saw that friend of his very bravely trying to engage the demon in some kind of conversation. It was not clearly going well, but the demon was, at least, distracted and looking at Ollie's friend and away from Ollie. Yeah, perfect, he thought. And he set down the slingshot that he'd brought. He started sneaking, moving with absolute silence. And he got up about 6 feet away or so from the demon, and the demon was still engaged in this shouting match with his friend. He'd thrown a couple of small fireballs, but his friend was staying, on his toes. And in one swift motion, Ollie pulled the pin. One of the things that he brought was a fire extinguisher from the hallway. He pulled the pin, pulled the trigger, and doused the demon in foam and powder. A very surprised demon snapped around to face Ollie, but that didn't do him any good because now he's covered in foam and dust and powder on both sides. The fire out, Ollie could see that it was still a regular-sized person, but it clearly was some kind of demon. It had horns on its head, and you couldn't quite see what color its skin was because of all the foam. but you could see the fangs in its mouth, which was now yelling at Ollie, and the bright red eyes. And it said, "Who dares? What have you done to me? I feel naked. This is weird. Who dares?" And I said, "I dare. I dare." And he walked up. This guy was shouting, or the demon was shouting and pointing. I didn't waste time trying to converse. I was encountered a few supernatural battle demons like that. Things with some real destructive potential. And I always found that sometimes engaging them in conversation is worth it. But usually, if you've got a plan, it's better to end it quickly, I guess is what I'm saying. It's all his experience. So while the demon was still hollering and shouting, "Impudence! How dare you? Do you know who I am?" at Ollie, Ollie just sharply flung the fire extinguisher right at the demon's belly. Whoomph! The demon doubled over and started to cackle. "You think a metal can whong?" Because while the demon was looking at the fire extinguisher, Ollie had moved up with the quickness. And the other thing that he brought was a cricket bat. He cracked that demon right across the head. The demon went down. Ollie wasted no time, because he didn't really know what the demon's capacities were. Oh, I forgot he brought one more thing. That was some twist ties, or zip ties. Ollie zip-tied the demon's hands behind its back, and zip-tied its feet together, and zip-tied its hands to its feet. And then he asked his friend to go grab another fire extinguisher just in case. And the demon came to, said, what happened? What did you do?" I said, "Well, I cracked you across the head with a cricket bat. But now time for you to answer some questions." I said, "Impudent, you've kind of got me here, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, I kind of do." I said, All right, okay, no more fire extinguishers, please. I'm a fire demon. This is really embarrassing to be put out like a campfire, to be put out like a, I don't know, a grill. "So what's your deal?" I said, I'm an anger demon. I kind of wait around for somebody to get really angry, and I can kind of sneak into this world. And that guy got really angry, and you know what? Tell you what, I'm gonna go, and you win this round. And with that, there was a bright flash of light, and when all his eyes cleared, the horns and lit up eyes and fangs were gone, and there was just a regular-looking dude, still covered in foam and dust, mind you, and still hog-tied, but a regular-looking dude lying there on the ground. The guy was very confused. What happened? Ow, my head hurts. Oh, also my belly. What? Who are you? Why am I covered in? Well, I said, "Here, let me help you up, sir." Cut off the, zip ties. "Here, come, let's get out of the street, man. You got angry. You're not going to believe this, but a demon took over your body for a few minutes there." "Oh, man, that's a weird feeling. Ow. I guess you beat up the demon?" I said, "I did beat up the demon. Wasn't sure if it would hurt you too. Sorry it does." I said, "No, it's my own fault. It's my own fault for getting that riled up. And, well, truth be known, I'm an occultist. I kind of mess around with demons some, so honestly, I earned this headache. Oof. I should probably dip out, because looks like the demon did a lot of damage, huh?" I said, "I think you probably better stick around, because the police are already here, and if you start running, they'll get you at this point." But all right, will you stick around and at least explain to them that it wasn't exactly me? I said, "I'll try. I'm not sure they're going to believe the whole I was possessed by a demon defense." but I'll tell him what I saw. Thanks. And that was the case of Ollie and the fire demon.